the megas, and end on the hobby. Good luck, everybody. All right, these have been sticking together, but these look all right. Sam Darnold, Rivers, Humphrey, Montez Sweat, Woodson. Oh, there's one sticking. Yeah, the older cards tend to stick. Jim McMahon, Jerry Rice, Davis, Jones. We got Drew Brees on the Brilliance. Another Brilliance. Devontae Parker going to the Dolphins. And Clavon Chase on for the Jags. Man, I just want one QB rookie. Just one. I don't think I'm asking for a lot here. And we got 3 red, white, and blues. If I can get into the pack. Come on, give us a QB here. We got Brandon Graham for the Eagles. Kenyon Drake for Arizona. And Trayvon Diggs for the Cowboys. We got one more crack at this. If there is not a rookie QB in this pack, it will be an entire box. I bought an entire sealed box of these packs. I will never do it again. Njoku, Cam Newton, Thomas, Drew Lock, and they like to stick. Oh, come on. Zach Ertz. We got Tyrann Mathieu, Julio Jones, Jimmy G. I don't know what it is coming up here. Short on the hype. Nick Chubb on the Prism hype. We got Josh Jacobs on the fireworks. Look at that. Last card magic. Going to the Bengals, a Joe Burrow rookie. How about that? We got one. It took 12 packs. It took 12 packs. Who had the Bengals today? Horseman. There you go, Horseman. We got you one. Dang. That's crazy. All right, red, white, and blue. Come on, let's double up here. We got White for the Bills, Kenny Clark for Green Bay, and Damon Arnett for the Raiders. Yeah, those are tough to hit in, I got to say. Very hard to hit in, but at least we got ourselves a Burrow. Let's see if 2024 gives us better luck. All right, we got CJ, Olakan, Peterson, Okereke, Vitavia. We got Miles Sanders, Amon-Ra, Njoku on the silver, Jalen Polk for New England. A little Tua action. Lenny Moore, Jordan Travis, Ricky Williams on the portals, Puka on the hype, and a Chris Jenkins for the Bengals. Even hitting one Burrow. I do not think I will get any more of those. Matter of fact, I'm doing a big break next week for my 4-year TikTok anniversary. For 2020, I went with a 2020 Chronicles H2. So I was trying to make it not too crazy because those hobbies are crazy priced. Mahomes, Ramondre, Carlson, Holt, Vernon Davis. We got Humphrey, Dorsett, Christian Gonzalez on the silver, Witherspoon for Seattle, Byers, Jacob Cowing, and Jason Witten for the boys. Hey, our first Jaden on the Prismatic. We approve. Marshawn Lloyd on the Emergent, and Estime for Denver. Hopefully the first of many Jadens. All right, well, I believe this was our bonus blaster. So let's just see if all those likes paid off. Empty box. Amon-Ra. Isaiah Spiller. Ooh, Silver Lab McConkey. We approve of that. And a Ricky Pearsall for the 49ers. Look at those Chargers. Red. There you go, Red. That's not a bad way to start things off, I gots to say. I can work with that. Dawson Knox, Jacoby Myers, Jaden Hicks going to KC on the Purple Shock, and Jamari Thrash for the Browns. Jeff Okudah, Scary Terry, Caleb Williams on the Lighted Up. Going to the Bears, and a Will Shipley. And those Bears, oh, Genuine. There you go, Genuine. You're off and running. Yeah, hopefully these QBs just keep on coming. Tajay, whoa, walked right into it for the Raiders in Uptown. How about that? How about that? In the free box. In the bonus box. Come on, let's go. Rhino. How about that? How about that? In the bonus box. There you go. Congrats. You just never know. Hopefully we can get another one. You know, I'm greedy. I always want to see more than one. Let's go. How awesome is that? We got Miles Sanders on the silver for Carolina and a Johnny Wilson. That's fantastic. Congrats, Rhino. We got Burrow, Mike Evans, Troy Franklin for Denver, and a Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah, that's awesome, Rhino. It was your turn. Remember, B-Wax hit with the Raiders yesterday. Now it's your turn. I just walked right into that one. Pacheco, DK, we got Newton on the purple, and a Malik Neighbors for the Giants. All right, we'll just go right down the line here. All right, Mosaic. See if we can get another case hit. Let's go. I want case hits for everybody. Empty box. All right, we got Duggar, Karlaftis, Christian McCaffrey on the National Pride. Little Bo Nix action. We approve of that. Hunter Henry on the Mosaic. Christian McCaffrey on the Notoriety. And Kid Reporter. All right, we cop. We're on the board. Sam Hubbard, Trey McBride, Tua, Chris Godwin, Ed Reed on the Hall of Fame, and there's a nice Drake May. Very nice. Was that Stinky? Who had them? It was. Nice hit, Stinky. Take that. We approve. Kyle Hamilton, Jordan Love, Quentin Johnston. We got Tua on the National Pride. Ricky Sanders and Thibodeau for the Giants on the Bang. We got J.C. Horn, Goddard, a little Michael Penix action on the debut. We approve. Adonai Mitchell for Indy. Malik Neighbors on the Elevate. That's nice. And an Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, so far so good. Can this keep up? Can we keep this pace up? All break? I hope so. All right, we got Aaron Rodgers, Debo, Earl Campbell on the Hall of Fame, Eric All for the Bengals. We got Fashanu for the Jets on the Mosaic, Alex Highsmith for Pittsburgh on the Bang, and a Kid Reporter. Case hit this time. Badgett, Taylor, Kendrick Bourne, Andre Johnson. We got Jalen Wright on the debut going to the Dolphins, and a Shaq Thompson going to Carolina. All right. I don't know. We'll do the other optic, then we'll do that. Then we'll do that Origins. See if we can go 2 for 2. Empty box. We got Kyler Murray, Tyreek Hill, Trayvon Diggs for the boys, and an A.J. Barner. Now a Downtown. I like the sounds of it. We got Drake London, Kobe Turner, Nate Wiggins for the Ravens, and a Vidal for the Chargers. Aiden. They had me for a second. Passing grade Drake May. Had me for a second there. And a Chris Braswell. Yeah, when you see that silver strip going all the way down, that gets my hopes up. We got Bryce Young, Quentin Johnston, Achan on the silver for the Dolphins, and a Max Melton. We got a mem here. Xavier Worthy for KC. Jaheim Bell for New England on the purple, and Latu going to Indy on the first year fresh. We had Indy today. Oh, T-Corb. There you go, T-Corb. So fresh. Jama, Michael Mayer, Sweat going to the Titans, and a Jonathan Brooks for Carolina. All right, you know, we're going to do one of these, then we'll do the Origins, then we'll do the other one. That's what we're going to do. Keep this mixed up a little bit. And this has become one of my favorite products of the year. Empty box. Good luck, guys. All right. Jesse Bates, Adams, Thibodeau, Brock Purdy, Puka, Zay Flowers, and Jalen Polk going to New England. 77 out of 88 on that one. Yeah, Kill, they did a good job with Origins this year, I got to say. It does look good. Yeah, some of these I just can't get into. All right, we got Goff, Daniel Jones, Jacobs, Tyreek, Sammy Laporta, Mahomes, and Kelsey on the treasured tandems. That is 57 out of 80 on that one going to KC. And an A.J. Brown should be out of 180. 145 out of 180 going to the Eagles. Yeah, we hit our first big bang out of Origins yesterday, so I would love to see another one. They look really, really good. What is up with these packs? All right, we got Achane, Highsmith, Kittle, CeeDee Lamb, Will Levis, Najee, and Edgerrin Cooper. That is 32 out of 180 going to MGA. Mike Pratt. I see you, Mike Pratt. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good this weekend, Mike. We have not run across your cards yet today, so we're all in a good mood. I kid. All right, we got Johnson, Bland, Wilson, Burns, Etienne, Stafford, and a Joe Burrow. That one is 148 out of 180. Oh, that's nice. 4 Sanders. That's crazy. That's a lot. That is a lot. What's going on there? All right, Cook, Dak, Hines Allen, Mostert, McBride. We got Will Shipley on the rookie rising, and a Khalil Mack. That is 24 out of 88 on that one for the Chargers. Yeah, that's a crazy box. All right, we got Watson, Hutch, Karlaftis, CJ, Kyron Williams, Patrick Queen, and Jordan Jefferson for the Jags on the base rookie. All right, Origins, you're up. Yeah, they did such a good job with the design of these. Good luck, everybody. Empty box. All right, we got Mertz going to Houston. Starks for Baltimore. Donovan Izaraku. I'll have to work on that name. Going to the Cowboys. Abdul Carter for the Giants. That's 23 out of 249. Aaron Jones and a David Montgomery. Yeah, the cards look so good. And I showed the Big Bang a couple times. They like redid the design. It looks very nice. I had not seen one. I had to turn the card over to make sure it was a Big Bang. And even these base rookies are going for a good amount on eBay. So I suppose for the price of these, they have to. Ooh, there's a dart going to the Giants. We will see him. Ferguson for the Rams. Ashton again. I think we got the same card yesterday. Love it on the white. Malachi Starks, 145 out of 199 going to Baltimore. Terry Bradshaw and a Matt Juden. You just have to use thicker top loaders. 55-point top loaders work for those. Yeah, these are just a little thicker, so you need thicker top loaders. Yeah, standard ones will not work. Yeah, if you're looking for top loaders to hold them, you want the 55 points, work very, very well. But I love the white ones. I always feel like they should be numbered. Jalen Lane going to Washington. Arroyo for Seattle. Jalen Royals for KC. Judkins on the startups going to Cleveland. Nico and a Cooper Kupp. Yeah, Jay, and that's just a base. They just look good. It's kind of like those, the Phoenix International. Even the base looks nice. Yeah, they did a good job on that Phoenix International and the Origins. I like when Panini puts some effort into their product. Because I've seen plenty of times where they didn't. Oops. We got Burden going to Chicago. Oh, Loveland too. Back-to-back Bears. We approve. Jalen Hurts on the original gridiron. Riley Moss. Hunter Henry. And a little Tua action. Yeah, I would never bet on Panini quality control. I've seen too much bad. But when they put the effort in, I mean, that's just looks good. They made a good product with the Origins. Savion Williams. Ashton again. Milrow on the startups going to Seattle. We got Bland, Bigsby, and a Puka. You guys got any bold predictions for football tomorrow? I'm a little nervous about the Lions, I gotta say. A little nervous. Kyle McCord for the Eagles. Noel for Houston. We got CJ on the original gridiron. Chase Brown, Chuba, and Derwin James with a kid reporter. Raiders beating the Chargers. I think that was going to be a good game. Do you have a prediction on the Lions game? If they come out and lay an egg at home against a division opponent, I'm going to be sad for the rest of this year. That's all I can say about that. I'll be sad. All right, we got one more crack at a color blast. Good luck, everybody. All right, we got Cleo Mack, Greenlaw, Baker, Slayton, Mostert, Trey McBride, and Baker Mayfield going to Tampa Bay. That one is 124 out of 180. Jay. Oh, those poor Cowboys. I don't know. They seem just to be so cursed. There we got Justin Jefferson, Johnson, Cooper, Kyron Williams, Patrick Queen, Jacob Cowing on the rookie rising. Ooh, we got a gold. Good luck, guys. It's gold. It's a gold rookie. Theo Johnson. Where's Primo? Primo would have a field day with this. 9 out of 10 Giants. We like gold. Stinky, you know. If you know, you know. All right, we got Gus Edwards, Chris Jones, Burrow, Montgomery, T-Law, Mike Evans, and a little numbered Caleb. We approve. 49 out of 180. There you go, genuine. Stinky. Yes, Primo loves Theo Johnson. And he's not scared to say it. We got Keenan Allen, Drake London, Waddle, Daniil Hunter, Russell Wilson, Mathau, and Alex Highsmith going to Pittsburgh. 80 out of 88 on that one. Going to the Steelers. There you go, Steel City. We got Herbie, Devontae Singleton, Andrews, Rashad White, Trevor Lawrence, and Etienne on the treasured tandems for the Jags, and a Jalen Hurts this time. That one is 97 out of 180. Pickens, Ward, Bates, Devontae, Scary Terry, Myles Garrett, and Malik Neighbors. We approve. Giants are doing some work today. All right. All right, Luminance. We haven't opened one of these in a while, so let's see. All right, good luck, everybody. 4 packs of goodness. All right, good luck, everybody. Judy, Drake May, Blake, McBride, Jordan Addison. That is 173 out of 299. Going to the Vikings. We got Mike Evans on the Spirit swatches going to Tampa Bay. Nick Benito on the Unforgettable. Higgins, that is for the Houston. We got Tootin for the Jags. And Felton is for the Vikings as well with a kid reporter. I really don't, Jay. It's funny, when I first started on TikTok 4 years ago, that's all I did was personals. And then once I transitioned to starting to doing breaks, all the personal stuff pretty much just evaporated. It disappeared. All right, we should have 3 autos now. Good luck, everybody. We got Williams, Jerome Bettis, Seymour, Xavier Leggett, Lily. That's 178 out of 199. Oh, it's a nil. We take care of these at the end. Oh, I forgot about nils. Nico Marchiol. We will take care of this at the end, guys. Everybody will have a shot at this. Yeah, everyone will have a chance at that. Forgot about that. On the engaged, 1 out of 10. Zaire Franklin. How about that? How about that? 1 out of 10 for Indy. Then we got Collins is for the 49ers. Nolan for Arizona, and a Williams going to New England. That's 2 out of 10 so far in this break. Unbreakable, I'm sure he was. That's right, he's streaming right now, isn't he? I forgot about that. Yeah, he's live right now. Okoye, Fitzpatrick, Williams. Beck is 81 out of 100. That's for the Raiders. Neal is 99 out of 249. What is this? Seth Joyner, Eagles. 49 out of 100. Shutter signatures. Seth Joyner. Eagles strike. We got Quinn Ewers on the dynamic. Going to Miami. We got Sampson. That one's for the Browns. We got Bond is for... Oh, Bond is a nil. That's another one we'll have to do at the end. We got a nil. That's crazy. Is that really a nil? Why would they have that? Almost have to. Someone please double check. Isaiah Bond. Is he really a nil? Interesting. And a Morrison is for Tampa Bay. Take care of that at the end, too. He's on the Browns. Okay. Thank you, Stinky. And Unbreakable. And Sally. Appreciate your help on that. So that's going to the Browns. Been a little while since I opened a Luminance. I forgot about these nils. Maybe this was where we got that Nick Marsh. And the Eagles was, oh, Ham. Got a nice Seth Joyner Ham. All right, one more pack. I'll do a recap at the end, but after this pack, we'll do that nil auto. We got Bub, Bland, Branch, Taylor. Oh, there we go. Numbered Sanders. 114 out of 299. We approve. And Evans is 227 out of 700. Mitchell Evans, that's for Carolina. CD Lamb on the Vestige. We got a Johnson for Pittsburgh. Brining Stool is for KC, and a Williams going to Green Bay. All right, give me a second, and then we'll take care of that nil auto. Everybody's got a shot at that. What's up, Dylan? Hope you're doing good. You just came in to see the Theo, didn't you? I have front and center. Probably in the middle of the night, I'll send pictures of this to Primo. Give him nightmares. All right, we got to take care of this nil auto. So everybody's got a shot at this. How, you ask? With the deck of cards. All the logos are in here. Good luck, everybody. We shuffle them up. Everybody's got a shot. And we mix them up. And that one. The Chargers. Who had the Chargers today? Red. That's going to Red. First time magic for Red. There you go, Red. You'll be getting this Marchiol. That is yours. Congrats. All right, give me a second. I'll do a recap, guys. Appreciate you guys. Again, next weekend, I will be doing a 4-year anniversary TikTok stream on next Sunday, and it's going to be a big 6-year PYT, and I'll be giving away some cool stuff. So you want to be in that break. It's a big break, though. All right. We had Theo was out of 10 on the gold. Baker out of 180. Milrow on the startups. Ashton. Savion. Loveland for Chicago. Burden for Chicago. Ashton again on the white. Ferguson. Jackson for the Giants. Starks is out of 199 going to Baltimore. Mertz for Houston. Starks for Baltimore. Easy. I'll just say easy for the boys. Abdul Carter for the Giants out of 249. Latu on the first year fresh. Michael Penix debut. Malik Neighbors on the Mosaic Elevate. Troy Franklin purple. Caleb on the lighted up. Joe Burrow rookie. Sanders was out of 299 for the Browns. Evans out of 700 for Carolina. Seth Joyner auto out of 100 for the Eagles. Quinn on the Dynamic. Beck out of 100. Neal out of 249. Lilly out of 199. Another out of 10. Zaire Franklin going to the Colts. Mike Evans on the Spirit Swatches. Jordan Addison out of 299. Malik Neighbors. So sparkly. Jalen Hurts out of 180. Highsmith was out of 88. Caleb again out of 180. Jalen Noel. McCord for the Eagles. Judkins on the startups. Royals for KC. A Royal for Seattle. Lane for Washington. Khalil Mack out of 88 for the Chargers. Will Shipley, rookie rising. Burrow out of 180. Edgar and Cooper out of 180. Mahomes, Kelsey out of 80. A.J. Brown out of 180. Jalen Polk was out of 88. Passing grade, Drake May. Nate Wiggins on the purple. Drake May on the green mosaic. Bo Nix, Jaden Hicks on the purple. Jalen Polk on the green. Lab McConkey on the silver for the Chargers. Jaden Daniels prismatic, and Maxx Crosby on the Uptown going to Rhino. Congrats, Ryan.